Yo! Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and it is going to be a thick summer. First, before we get into the new units, new skins, everything exciting stuff is happening, I do want to point out this code, so redeem this for your rewards, get it while it's still hot. Alright, so we got 2 new units announced, as well as 2 new skins, we got favorite items, we got a few other looks at some other things like the new boss and things like that, a lot of great announcements. So the first thing I want to talk about is Dorothy. Dorothy is our first ever limited time Pilgrim. Now that is kind of scary because that means she's a 1% banner, right? So there's a half the rate of your normal units, and we've never had a limited character, a limited time character that's at a lower rate. So this is definitely going to be a time when you should consider cashing in those gold tickets. However, considering what we've had recently with Stellar Blade and then Nier, for those that didn't get to do it the first time, a ton of people are probably not going to have any gold tickets saved at all, so this is going to be rough. That said, it doesn't explicitly say that Dorothy is actually a 1% banner. I can only assume she has to be. She is a pilgrim after all, right? But also, I mean, I don't know. It feels a little sketchy. Like that's going to be really scary. But let's just take a look at her. I find it hilarious, by the way, that they're trying to like censor her with these like bow icons. She's not even like that crazy. But of course, she's still trying to look all fancy with her parasol and her little like theater binoculars. I don't know. This censorship was probably completely unnecessary, even for the live stream. And then we got these like no signal things covering her. Whatever, shift up. Okay. Trying to act like they're spicier than they are. Although we do have some spice coming, I will tell you that. So let's take a look at what her actual skills do. Now, we don't have the full kit, of course, but we can at least get a general picture of what she does. So she is called Dorothy Serendipity. She's a burst 3 attacker with a shotgun and a water type. So she was code water previously, but basically everything else has changed. Before, she was a burst 1 support with an assault rifle. Now she is a burst 3 attacker with a shotgun. And her skill effects say Dorothy Serendipity is an attacker who fires powerful enhanced bullets after hitting targets a certain number of times with her pellets. So it sounds like it's not going to be, she's going to get some kind of buff, right? So enhanced bullets, like we don't know if that's going to do more damage or a bigger AoE or have some extra buff effect or something, who knows? But some type of enhanced bullets based on the certain number of times she's hit with pellets. So it's not going to be a number of shots. Remember, shotguns fire multiple pellets at once. And so if you can like increase the pellets with, say, Leona or something like that, this could potentially make that go off faster. So it's number of pellets that hit as far as the wording here, I can tell. And so if you're like off a little bit, you know, maybe not all the pellets hit with each shot. If the enemy's a little bit further away, it's not going to trigger as quickly. So keep that in mind. I believe this is counting the number of individual pellets, not total shots fired. And then it says her burst skill boosts her attack speed, allowing her to deal more damage. And we saw that in the little preview. Her firing rate definitely speeds up a lot after she bursts, and she fires quite rapidly, which is definitely something that really helps shotguns. So will she be good? I don't know. I mean, I can only assume she'll probably be good, right? I mean, it would be kind of crazy if they gave us our first ever limited time Pilgrim and then she wasn't good. So we'll see if shotgun team becomes like even more meta than they already are. And then we got elegg. Okay, elegg is a absolutely peak cultured choice for a summer collab, and the censorship probably was necessary here for their live stream. From all views, it's kind of crazy. Even Anise is calling her out for being brave for wearing this, but I think we can all enjoy a little bit of elegg summer. And apparently she's like a ghostbuster, so that's kind of the theme for the event. They're on like a haunted cruise ship, and elegg has like a ghost vacuum, and this even comes through in her skill description. Is really hard to figure out what she actually does. So previously she was a burst 2 support, I believe that was electric code. Now she is a burst 3 attacker, water code with a machine gun. So MGs are typically very, very good. And being a burst 3 attacker is also going to be good for just like as a DPS. Now, we have had some very good burst 3 water type MGs before, and we've had some pretty bad ones. So pretty bad ones was one of our summer units, Summer Neon, which was the first like really disappointing unit. She's also the unit that evaded me and made me waste a ton of resources, which I don't even know why I bothered since I knew she was mid. But yeah, in contrast though, we have another like seasonal character in Winter Ludmilla, who is still one of the best water attackers in the game and can be very effective depending on what boss you're fighting. So we'll see how elegg stacks up amongst them. I would assume she's for sure going to be better than Summer Neon. That'd be crazy if she wasn't. And I would assume she's probably going to be better than Winter Ludmilla as well. Winter Ludmilla is getting kind of old at this point, but you never know. We'll see what she actually does. As far as her skill description, like I said, it's kind of weird and hard to tell what she actually does. Elegg Boom and Shock is an attacker who strengthens the attack power of herself and her allies by capturing Ghost, possessing the enemy. So, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if like some of her other skills are going to like add some type of like Ghost debuff onto them, like give them stacks of something, and so then when that or she'll like add herself stacks of the Ghost buff. Who knows? And then it says, upon casting her burst skill, she is capable of dealing significant damage using the ghost she captured. So I don't know, maybe she's sucking the ghosts out of the enemy, and then she can, depending on how many she's done, when she bursts, she releases them to deal a bunch of damage, like multi-hit damage. I don't know, that's like total speculation. Even from watching her skill preview, again, it's kind of hard to tell. Let's take a look at it again. So she's firing her MG. She's vacuuming. Oh my god, that burst animation is crazy. And then I don't know, it's really hard to see what actually is happening there. I don't know. But hey, I'm down for it. I'm here for it. Whatever elegg is doing, I'm interested. So those are our new units. Definitely some things to be excited for there. I mean, first ever Summer Pilgrim and Summer elegg. So good stuff. But we also got some skins. So we're going to get a skin that is part of a pass for Tuve. I feel like Tuve has been getting a lot of attention lately. She's been on a lot of teams for like the shotgun team for quite a while now. Recently was really good in the Providence raid, and she got the baseball skin not too long ago and was featured in the like IRL event with Blanc and Noir and all that. And now she's getting a summer skin, and she's going to look pretty good. That shooting pose is definitely going to be highlighting her swimsuit. I think that's going to be an easy pickup for a lot of people. And I mean, hey, she's kind of a really useful unit for a lot of people. So a good one to add to your collection. Skin looks great. Skin looks great. But then we also got Red Hood Rappy, or Rappy Red Hood. And this is a gacha skin, which, I have been someone who's been fairly vocal about the fact that Rappy's design, as far as Rappy Red Hood, was kind of underwhelming. It's not terrible, but it's just not great. It's not that exciting. So this is an alternative, but keep in mind, guys, this is a gacha skin. So you're going to be spending 60 or was it 50 now because of the discount, real dollars for this skin. And we are getting a free one from the community vote later this year, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you just want a different look for Rappy Red Hood, it is coming if you were patient. Now that said, it's not going to be a bikini skin, most likely, like this one. So there's that. And it does look good. She's in like a wet t-shirt contest or something. And I can see a lot of people probably grabbing this because, of course, they will. Myself, I'm probably going to pass on this. I get gacha skins very, very rarely. It does look good, but it's not like something where I'm like, I have to have it, So that's there. I think, probably a decent amount of people will probably want to pick that up too. Okay, so we also got favorite item announcements, and this one is pretty cool. It's been a while since we've gotten some favorite item announcements, and the units are kind of surprising to me. Like some of them I'm not surprised about, but other ones I am. So the first one is Polly. She's an OG unit. She saw a lot of play at the beginning of the game, but it's been a long time. she was on part of like the original shotgun team against Gravedigger way back in the day. She was also on like the original Snow White team for a lot of people. But since then, she's really fallen off. She's a 40-second cooldown, and there's just like no reason to use her. But depending on what her treasure does, I could see her coming back into usability. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential there because her skills were useful. Then we have Julia, which I'm pretty sure everyone forgot was in the game, but she's getting a favorite item as well. And this, I think, is a really good pick because even at launch, literally nobody played with Julia. Julia was one of my very first SSRs, and so I used her a little bit. Also against Gravedigger, actually, because she was an Iron-type attacker. But she has one of the worst kits in the game as far as being a Burst 3 attacker. And so hopefully they give her a good treasure. I would love to see an actual reason to use her because she never got a time to shine. And so I think it's cool that she's getting one now as opposed to having to wait a really long time. The one that I'm surprised about is Bay. Now, I mean, Bay is a pretty new unit, to be honest, but I'm a big Bay fan, and that wallpaper is pretty peak. And I mean, her burst animation wallpaper was great already. So I'm definitely going to be getting the treasure for Bay. Bay is one of my more favorite units. Hopefully it makes her good. She had kind of an interesting kit, but it just, realistically, it wasn't usable. But I think if it's tweaked a little bit with the treasure, she could actually be good, and I would love to have an excuse to use her at least in maybe Arena. And then Tuve, again, more stuff for Tuve. Tuve is just kind of like low-key getting a lot of stuff here, and she's our next treasure unit, and already really good, and a relatively new unit. So, I don't know, the Tuve is going to be like SS tier support maybe after her treasure. I mean, again, she was in almost every raid already, and so what does she even need to be good? So probably pretty much everybody's going to build Tuve as well. So we'll see what the actual treasures do, but definitely some exciting announcements. We also got a quick look at the hologram Kraken, so that's going to be our new boss. We'll see if it actually behaves any differently from the normal Kraken, but a little variation on that. And then we're getting rerun banners for Summer, Rosanna, and Sakura. So in the dev notes last night, we already got notification that we were getting old reruns for like the original Summer units with like Anise, and then the original Winter units with Rupee and all that. But that's kind of a separate thing in a couple months, whereas right now we're getting Sakura and Rosanna as part of this Summer event right away. And Rosanna actually recently saw some play against Providence in this last raid as well, and she's one of my favorite units too. So good potential pickup for some people who missed her before. That's pretty much it. This was a great live stream. I didn't actually get to watch it live. This happened like super early in the morning for me, but I'm excited for it. Summer is always a good time for Nikke. We got a lot of cool stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are on getting a potentially 1% limited banner. I mean, she is a Pilgrim. I don't know. Is that cool? Does it make you worried for the future? Or are you worried about this? Also, let me know if you guys have any gold tickets, because I think that could make a big difference on how people feel about this. And if you're planning to get which skin, like which skin are you planning to get, particularly Rappy? Is that something you're prepared to drop money on, or are you just going to wait and see what the community vote skin looks like? Let me know. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Link to my Discord in the description below. You can talk to a lot of cool people in the Nikke community there. Also, check out my Twitch channel if you want to watch me stream on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next video and on stream.